Welcome to I Am One, where I am one with the Creator and one with myself. This morning, as I was in communication with my ancestors, I decided to pull some cards just to see what the word is for the week. And I don't think this is just a personal word, so that's why I am going to share this reading with you. So the first card I pulled comes from my go-to deck, the Black Tarot. And that card is the Ace of Spears, but it is in reverse. So let me just tell you what the Ace of Spears represents. It represents the big beginning stage of starting something, the planting of the seed of starting something, whether it's a new business, a new relationship, a new outlook on your own life, or something of that nature. It's just the start of something. So this card I pulled is in reverse, and that is speaking to either some type of delay in starting this process or some type of difficulty of getting it up off of the ground. So whatever that situation may be or the experience may be for you, speak to it. Don't ignore it. Speak to it. Now I'm going to keep going because I think as I get through all three cards, everything's going to come together and make sense. So don't see this as a negative. See this as an opportunity to just tell the truth. You doing what you're supposed to do and it's not coming to pass. It's not happening. There's some kind of obstacle, whether it's a person, whether it's finances, whether it's an institutional matter, whatever the case may be. You're willing to start it, but there's some kind of difficulty that's keeping you from going, or you know what you want to do and there's some fear that's keeping you from moving forward. So let's go to the next card. The next card is from the Hoodoo Tarot deck, and it is the Mother of Knives. So the Mother of Knives speaks to this powerful queen of a woman. Now, I don't want you to get hung up on the word queen or woman. This is, I believe, a queen aspect of knowing who you are, walking in your independence, walking in your intelligence, walking in your resilience, that no matter what comes your way, you're not going to allow it to stop you, that you have clear boundaries that you have put in place, that you're not going to allow anybody to step over the line, or you yourself are not going to cross that line that you set for yourself. So there's this queen aspect who has a setback or has a delay, or there's something that's going on that is keeping you from planting the seed, or the seed that you have planted, keeping it from growing and coming to fruition. So that brings us to the angel card. Now, I love this angel deck. It's an oracle deck because it doesn't give you that traditional look of what angels are supposed to look like or how we picture angels. It gives you an aspect of the angel in their entity form, not their Christianized wings afloat and white skin and blonde hair and blue eyes kind of thing. Now, I'm not against white people, or if that's your image of what angels look like, you stick with that. But for me, it doesn't work. And so I'm not speaking down on that. I'm just telling you that that picture does not help me to move forward. This non-racially charged, non-Christianized representation of the angel gets me just to the basic power of the angel. That's what this gets me to. So this particular angel is called Gevura, and it speaks to the left hand. Now, if those of you who are, versed, they talk about the left hand as being the darker side, the right hand as being the love and light side. I say the left hand is the balance. We have to have both. There are situations that call for love and light. There are situations that call for kicking you in the ass, and that may look like a dark side. But if it's in true love, it's bringing the light. It's bringing the truth of the light into existence. And that's what Gevura is doing. Gevura is saying, look, this is what the This is what the deal is. This is what the hang up is. This is what the obstacle is, what the delay means. This is why this is happening. And you need to face it head on. You need to speak truth to it so that you can move through it. Did y'all catch that in the back? You have to speak truth to it to move through it. So if fear is the reason why you're not planting that seed, then you have to look deep down, and that's where we come back to our shadow work to say, why am I afraid to just do this? Why am I afraid to just submit this application, submit my resume, apply for this school? Why am I afraid? Are you afraid that they're going to tell you you're not ready yet? And if they do, then no, you're not ready yet, or two, prove them that you are. We have to get out of this mindset of everybody's just going to put everything in our lap because we're so nice and we're so kind and we're so beautiful and we're so loving and we're so this and we're so that. There are things, and dare I say, pretty much everything that you want, you are going to have to work for it. You are going to have to put in the time, the effort, the tenacity. You're going to have to show up like the mother of knives. You're going to have to show just who you are, what you're capable of, and why they need to consider you, why they are supposed to have you, why you need to be on this team, why we need to give you the finances for this loan so that you can get this venture off, why you deserve to have these people on your team, to have these players in your field, why these things are supposed to come in alignment for you. Mother of Knives needs to speak up, but it's not just enough to have the resilience. It's not just enough to have the independence and the intelligence and the forthright. It's not enough to have that. It is the other side that when that opposition comes, that Gavor is going to say, honey, yeah, you're smart enough to do this, but let's put some wisdom with your smartness, with your intelligence. Or you're intelligent, but let's put some common sense with this. Everybody doesn't need to know or need to hear from you how much you know. Let your work speak for you. And this false humility stuff, where you're walking around with your head down, you know you're smart enough, you know that you're the right person to do whatever the situation is calling for, but you think putting your head down and keeping your mouth shut is going to get you noticed. For you, that's a definite no. And Gavor is saying, look, you want people to think this way about you, but you're not showing them that you're this way. Gavor is saying you want people to notice you, but you won't do anything to get noticed. You want people to know that you're not going to take their shit every time they try to throw it your way, and yet you sit there and you take their shit every time they throw it your way. But then you are frustrated that you see the same thing play over and over again, and that you're not getting what you want, you're not moving to where you know you should be, and all of the above that pertains to you. So my ancestor says to me, and saying to you through me, make a decision. That seed that you have could change the life for one or thousands or hundreds of thousands. But if you won't plant it, they'll never be able to benefit from it. And if you are planting it and you are seeing delay in the growth or seeing obstacles show up so that it can go to the next stage, seek out Gavor and ask Gavor to show you what you need to focus on, what you need to tear down. And that's what Gavor does. It's going to tear all that stuff. It's going to, if you're really going to be honest, it's going to help you tear all that stuff up so you can put the pieces together the way it's supposed to be and then take off and catapult, not just baby steps, but catapult forward to that end result that you are trying to attain. So I hope that this blesses you. I hope that this helps you. I hope that this encourages you to go to the next level in your walk, in your practice, and in your life's path. And with that, Thank you for joining me, and peace and blessings to you all.